EA Sports. It's in the game.
I got royalty inside my DNA. Quarter piece got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this and sworn like this. Immaculate conception, I transform like this, perform like this with new weapon. I don't contemplate, I meditate. Then off your head. This that put the kids to bed. This that I got realness. I don't.
This is the new wave, where things have evolved. The game ain't the same as it once was. This is NBA Live. Here, you can be the one and shine like the league's best. Anybody can get shook or dunked on or crossed up. And your newfound control over your strength, skills, and style is a beautiful thing. So do you want to be the one or the one who gets left behind? You have the ability to dominate on both ends of the court. It's all in your hands now. But remember this, the path to being the greatest, being the one, does not stop at the NBA. The game continues in the playgrounds, the schools, and the local gyms. This is where every real player developed their love for the game, where they paid their dues, earned their reps, and rode their own wave. From pickup games at the Rucker, to Pro-Am games at the Drew, to the bright lights of the NBA. The paths to greatness are limitless. And trust me, this game ain't the same. Are you ready to be the one?
you see the difference? You ready to be the one?
Easy, I 8 miles just to be shady. Now I'm full. Got that magic like McGrady. I won't have to go on. Women wanna. I'm anemic, so I gotta eat steak. Move, get out my way. Like I'm ludicrous. Talking about how they get with their computer fish. What the you want? I got to do. I had a dream and a scheme where I put my mom in a penthouse. Need that view.
Let's start creating your look. If you haven't already done so, download the Game Face HD app. Scan yourself and get your face in the game.
Rain check y'all like a modest stock. When your drops, that is not the case. My drops like an outer box. I'm Frodo to these bros, Waldo to these. So if you think you getting chose, I'ma have to let you know. You will not find me. When I was young, they told me don't look to the sun. You'll go blind, or maybe they were scared I'd find out I could run. Got oxygen in my lungs in a 3-point stance. So when they you will not find when my album drops.
Your hairstyle says a lot about your look. Let's choose yours.
Punching in the clock. You will not find when they kick your rocks. You will not find. In high school, I wouldn't listen to Lil Wayne, cause money over seemed a little profane till I realized all the that I liked were really. So ever since that moment, I've been rapping kinda different. Born on the 28th, I'm a Libra, play it safe and kill all the competition. Make sure no one gets the race. Like I said in my other song, boy, who the are you? Don't keep pillows on my bed so I don't get too comfortable.
Beard, scruff, or clean shaven, your path to facial hair greatness starts here. Now it's time to decide what kind of player you want to be. First, let's choose your player. Now, let's define your style of play. Now, it's time to choose your player's height and weight. Every choice you make here will affect your player's physical capabilities, both good and bad. So choose wisely before you lock in.
United States in fear. London know I'm a phantom. South Korea knows I'm here. Posted, planet without exception. Rise to your feet for this rarity. Nas a Dilla beat, the fly soliloquy of chaos. Don't make me dust it.
Like millions of other kids, you dreamed of one day being in the NBA. You wanted to be a star. And someday, to rise above and become the greatest to ever play. You dreamed of being the one. But the road to stardom is never easy. There are obstacles, injuries, and disappointments. Adversity is universal. It can happen to anyone at any time. And one day, it happened to you. You went from being a guaranteed lottery pick to a kid who may never even play college ball again.
Now, look, it's always bad to hear about injuries, especially to college kids, of course.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, this one is particularly disheartening because we are 2 weeks into the season and one of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
I couldn't agree more. When I heard he was carried off the floor today, all you can do is find yourself hoping that he'll make it back. That's the bottom line. But my heart goes out to him because I didn't expect this. This is a devastating injury. It's never good to have something like this happen to you.
The team doctor broke the news. torn ACL, sprained MCL, and a torn meniscus. Surgery was scheduled, but your game will likely never be the same. At the 2016 NBA Draft, your name is still mentioned, not as a prospect, but as a cautionary tale.
Now, there's another huge story in this year's draft. A record number of underclassmen, 30 of them, undrafted. And I hope, anyway, that this is a lesson, this serves as an example to college players. I'm not talking about the ones who are genuinely one and dones, the guys you know are going to be lottery picks. I mean the rest of them. They're not sure shots. You're not sure they're going to be lottery picks. Don't just use the college system for a year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that. If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max. The woe is me. Oh, my Lord. I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be one and dones or this should be one and dones. You got to go on a case-by-case basis. Some dudes deserve to be one and dones. Some people don't. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith, are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Height brothers. Now, you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about pretty good. You need to be great on the collegiate level, on the prep level, in summer leagues and what have you, in order for you to get the stature that you deserve. That's the bottom line. Pretty good ain't good enough to be that stud NBA.
That's exactly my point.
Let me finish. There's another example. I did say the Hype brothers. I wasn't talking about one individual. I was talking about two. What happens? One and done in a different way. 1 year, one ACL injury later, and look where he's at now. His future is clearly uncertain. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity because you never know when an injury is going to cost you everything.
Stephen A., listen to yourself. Let's listen to yourself for a second. You give one argument for why a kid should come out early, a one-and-done situation. I can give you 30 arguments this morning alone why they should stay in school. And now you have to wonder what a kid like Nick Howard, who has given up his college eligibility, does next. What does he do next?
First of all, don't sweat the technique. The argument, or one argument, as long as it's strong enough, that's all that matters. That's number one. Number two, the Hype brothers was something special. What they really, really need to do. I'm going to tell you what they need to do, Max. They need to get back to playing together. My sources are telling me the ACL injury has been completely healed. So go on a pro-am circuit. Go in summer leagues. Do what you got to do to get back on the court together to remind everybody of what you once were. Because once you pull that off, the sky's the limit. That's what they need to do. Get back to playing ball together, because when people see what you can do as one, the other arguments don't really matter. Like I said, don't sweat the technique.
Maybach music.
You scared to die? Open your eyes wide, and I pray you are. On my, so I gotta beat it. All the boys say they wanna beat me. Boss, I got a lick, boy, I got a lick. 2017, trust me, boy, this one is it. I used to until my fingers burn. Pull it, I got them taking turns. My bought the but you wanna fade. May running in the bank, a residential thing. All my mad, they like the world. Back to standing on the half with a couple. If you a well, I'm trying to see. Cause calling the police the only thing free. I had to bump the purple Lamborghini and pull that Chevy back out on the cement. I'm from the city where they for nothing. And all Rizal do is push a button. I want my rich by summer 17. Let's get it. I want my rich by summer 17. I want my rich by summer 17. All my rich by summer 17.
I had a $250,000 when I was 17. Quarterback and quarter keys, plus I own the team. Rather you than me, rather me than you. Riding in that coupe, hanging out. Glass panoramic top, I don't got no roof. You're pushing on a star, I can see the moon. I can count to 1,000,000 with my eyes closed. With that chopper while I'm blindfold. 50 cap a halo. The Fago. Don't throw my payroll. It's about to be a cold summer. Hot winter. It's mid-March. I may make it rain to September.
I want my rich by summer 17. Summertime. I want my rich by summer 17. All of mine. I want my rich by summer 17. Summertime. I want my rich by summer 17. I'm out on, so I gotta beat it. Lord. $500,000 to my lawyer, cause he undefeated. Say that. Undefeated. Barefoot, cause them kids took your Adidas. I'm keeping fried fish up in my mama pan. Homicide detectives call your boy the Fair shake up the block, that's with 100 grand. Put that voodoo on you, so that jam. You know the how they name ring. You know the winners how they chain swing. All the tell him charge the same thing.
This is New York City, the mecca of basketball. The original Rucker League began here in 1947. 9 years later, the tournament found a permanent home uptown at PS 156 Playground. Those early Rucker days showcased talents like Lou Alcindor, Wilt the Stilt, and Earl the Pearl. It's also